Hey, what's up everybody? Tech Chucker here, and let's just jump right on into this week's vlog. So, it is Saturday. Normally I would do this on Friday, but I just didn't have time, so Saturday. Alrighty, let's jump right on into it and talk about what's been going on this week that I've been interested in. So first off is Hasbro released some pictures of the new Marvel Legends X-Force or Uncanny X-Force Deadpool. And I did a quick news video on that. There's not a whole lot more to talk about aside from now that I've had a little more time to think about it and look at this figure in a little more depth. It's a little bit of a disappointment. I kind of feel as though they're phoning this one in solely to grab some more money. So, I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. One other thing in Deadpool news, though, we got some new pictures that were released of the Deadpool 2 movie. Last week, we got to see Domino. This week, we're seeing Josh Brolin as Cable. And I gotta say, I'm super excited for this movie. I'm so excited. Cable is one of my absolute favorite Marvel characters. Really cannot wait to see how he pulls this character off, how he interprets the character, yada, yada, yada. The pictures, my preference for Cable is he's a big, giant, massive beast of a guy. And even though Josh Brolin is just totally like broed out, he still seems a little too small. I don't know. I feel like not so much him. I think they need to give him more stuff, more equipment. Usually I'm used to seeing Cable with the big shoulder pads and the, just pouches galore. And he's got a bunch of pouches, but I don't know. I'd like to see him a little beefier. That being said, if Brolin pulls off the acting, I don't really care how he looks. I would prefer that the writing be good and the acting be good. Both him and the supporting actors that are in the scenes with him. So obviously Ryan Reynolds needs to, nail it. Brolin needs to nail it. Domino needs to nail it. Everybody needs to nail it. That's the key. Nail it. So I'm pretty excited. Aside from my preference of having him be a little bit bigger in size, which there's only so much you can do with that. The picture is really cool. I love that they, have the details of having the teddy bear, and they do have the technovirus and the arm, the left arm, I guess. I feel like the other side of his face should be slightly more technovirus, but who knows at what point the technovirus is taking control of him in this particular movie. So whatever, it is what it is. I'm excited. I cannot wait. Okay, moving into an interesting discussion that was brought up on the Syndicate page. And I thought, hey, you know what? Let's throw my 2 cents worth in for whatever reason. That discussion was kind of revolving around, are there too many action figure hunt YouTube channels? And so, there was back and forth over, some folks saying, yeah, there's just way too many. They're all the same, blah, blah, blah. They're very boring. And then it kind of got into a discussion of what is it that you like about hunt videos, action figure hunters, and all of that. And I thought, this was a really interesting discussion because shortly before the Syndicate got started was when I decided to start doing my own action figure hunts. And that was due to the number one D-bag, who had recommended, after watching one of my videos, he said, why don't you go ahead and record your hunts? And I thought, hey, you know what, I'll go ahead and do that. And from there, it was, it's really fun. I enjoy going on a hunt. I actually want to go hunting more often than simply trying to order off of Amazon. And even though most of my shopping still is at big box stores, Walmart, Target, even Walgreens, it's still local, so at least my sales tax is going to at least my state and my local municipality. Rochester, Minnesota has I don't know, I think like a 1 to 1.5% addition to the state sales tax. So, I don't know. In principle, it's kind of nice to know that the money is staying within the community. That being said, if Amazon has better prices, I'm gonna go to Amazon because I'm a cheapskate. I'm frugal. I like to consider myself wise with my money. So, I still go to Amazon when I can or when I have to, but I'd prefer to be able to hunt and pick those figures up. Back to the discussion. Are there too many YouTube channels, too many action figure hunt channels? So here's my perspective on this. No, there are not. Done. No, I'm not done. But here's the deal. I think everybody has the right to go ahead and open up or start their own channel. Everybody has the right to go ahead and record their hunts if they would like to. Enough said there. Entertainment-wise, I don't necessarily find every single action figure hunt to be the most entertaining. But that's my own preference, just like everybody else has their own preference. There's certain hunters that I prefer to watch. Plastic Addict is probably my absolutely favorite fig hunter. And it's not so much because he finds a whole slew of really awesome stuff. It's because of his personality. He's just really, really fun and entertaining to watch and listen to. He's always got something funny to say or something, just entertaining. He's just an entertainer. I enjoy that. And then I really like watching Big John 808. I don't know what it is about him, but he's just, to me, a really cool guy who I just enjoy going on his hunts with him. Again, not necessarily having the biggest hauls in the world, but I really enjoy watching his channel and I like watching his hunts. Same with Ricky Dones. Ricky Dones, so dope. Ricky Dones, he doesn't come back with, a ton of hauls, but I find him very, very entertaining and enjoyable to watch. And one of the things about those three, and those are not the only three that I watch by any means. Reborn, oh gosh, now I'm forgetting the number. Reborn's channel. I really enjoy his channel because he's over in Singapore. How cool is that he's over in Singapore and we can see where he's getting stuff. And some of his stores are just stacked with legends. But what I'm getting at is they're genuine. And it doesn't feel as though they're doing it solely to become popular or to get a whole slew of views. They're doing it because they enjoy it. And like I said, that's not everybody. Those are the ones that are coming up on the top of my head. Honestly, I don't even really enjoy watching my own hunt videos. One, because I don't find myself that entertaining. But I do very much appreciate that some folks do find my videos entertaining. Back to the question, are there too many? No. The one thing that I can see is I can see some folks saying there's so many hunt videos out there, so many hunters out there that it drowns out the ones that might otherwise have gotten more popularity. That is true. But you know what? That is the nature of YouTube. It's a popularity contest to a certain degree in who gets more views, just because of the way that YouTube does their algorithm for who's going to show up in search and who's going to show up in your recommended next videos or whatever that might be, and the trending and all of that. So yes, there are so many channels out there now that it is harder for someone to get started to really kind of make a splash. This is where I really feel as though if you're going to have a YouTube channel and you want to have lots of subs and lots of views and comments and all of that, you need to stand out yourself. You need to do something to stand out, but also you need to do it in such a way that you're not going to come across as disingenuous. So I don't have any recommendations as how to do that, because I will say this, I don't always feel as though I am making myself stand out all that much. But The other thing is I come back to this is a hobby. I enjoy doing it. I have lots of fun doing it. And if I succeed and have lots of subscribers, that's awesome. If I don't, I'm going to keep doing it because, you know what? I like the action figures. I like the video editing portion of it. I like collecting. I like, more so than anything else, introducing or meeting new people from around the world, from around my country, with different perspectives, different collecting interests, and just making these friendships. That is what drives me to do the hunts and to do my videos and getting subs, monetizing my channel. That is simply a benefit that, you know, it's just one of those things, icing on the cake. All right, so tell me, what do you guys think? Are there too many YouTube channels out there that do action figure hunts? What are your thoughts on that? All right, so something in entertainment news that I thought I would bring up. If you haven't already seen, Netflix and Disney are apparently parting ways. That will be occurring, as far as I understand it, maybe at the end of 2018, I think. So that to me seems very, very interesting. The reason for this, from my understanding, is that Disney wants to actually have their own streaming service and cut out the middleman of Netflix so that they can essentially make all of the profits for the media distribution of their content. Here's my perspective. Being in technology, I think this is probably a bad move on Disney's part. The reason for that is namely infrastructure and the cost to maintain that infrastructure. So I believe Disney already has some streaming services available. I do not know how widely used those services are. The issue is the infrastructure that you need to be able to maintain a worldwide subscription service like that, when Netflix used to cover quite a bit of it for you in the first place, is going to be quite high. That's hardware and software costs and facilities costs, and then staffing. And staffing is always going to be your highest cost. So to be able to get good software engineers, software support folks, developers to develop the product, unless you're going to purchase basically a product that's already a vended product from someone else, and then live with whatever the out of the box is. You're going to have developers to develop whatever customizations you're going to need. Then you add in the delivery system. How are you going to provide this service out to the end users, who are the consumers? People have pretty much settled on the different means that they use, be it a cell phone. So you either need iOS app, you're going to have an iOS app and an Android app to be able to view this content. How do you get it on your TV? Some people have Amazon Fire Sticks or Fire TV. You've got the Google Chromecast. You've got Roku. You've got smart TVs from every single brand. You've got Apple TV. Almost all of those need to have separate apps written, whereas all of those right now already have a Netflix app. So now I know that Disney has some apps already, and so that, you know, they're not starting from ground zero. They're not starting at nothing. But here's the deal. Their app isn't all that great. From what I've used, it's not great. Netflix just works. It works. And where they really excel is in their actual streaming. How they can stream at what appears to be a relatively high resolution quality, but still on low internet bandwidth. Their compression and it's just it's amazing. I've not seen any other streaming service be able to match it quite yet. So it will be very interesting to see if Disney can actually pull this off. Here's my theory. Now, I know I've been talking about this for quite some time now, and it's probably boring to a lot of folks. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not. I hope it's not. That's why I'm talking about it. Here's the deal. My theory, I think that Disney's bluffing. I think Disney is bluffing to try to force Netflix into a better deal. So my theory is before the actual cutoff happens, I think they will come to an agreement. And it will probably be a slightly less consumer-friendly deal, meaning Netflix will probably not get as many Disney titles, and they probably won't be able to keep them on as long. And they'll probably have to pay more for the license. That's what I'm guessing is going to happen. Now, Netflix could play hardball and say, go ahead, leave. We've got more than enough content. The issue is this affects Disney content and the Marvel content, from my understanding. I could be wrong, but my understanding from the articles I've read is it is Disney, so which would be Pixar, and whatever Disney specific content and your Marvel content. So Iron Fist, Daredevil, Defenders. My understanding, Defenders would probably be the last Netflix original. I think it was Defenders. That would have been the last one. I could be completely wrong. So make sure you go do some of your own research to find out exactly what's happening as well. So let me know in the comments what you guys think. What is your theory on this? Is this good for Disney? Is it bad for Disney? In the end, is it going to be good for consumers? Is it going to be bad for us? This week has been a pretty good week in terms of action figure hunting for me and just action figure purchases. If you don't recall, I posted up a hunt video where I found the Thor Ragnarok wave. I found the whole thing. The only two that I grabbed, because I already had Hela and Ares that I got off of Amazon, which we're going to unbox that in just a second. But I got Loki and I got Jane Foster, Lady Thor. So I got those. I was able to get Blade from the Marvel Knights wave off of Amazon for $19.99 as well, which was super awesome because that was one that I knew was going to be pretty difficult to pick up. And so that basically rounded out the purchases that I made this week, which was super awesome. So we're going to go ahead and open up this box. Obviously, I know what's in there. If you just listen to the last 3 seconds of what I just said, you know what's in here. So let's go ahead and open this and hope that my luck for good paint apps from Amazon will hold up or hold true. I'm actually getting that Blade is slated to show up today as well. So I will probably add that unboxing to the end of this video. And then we'll call it a video. Oh yeah. Well, okay, so here, okay, let's see if you can see. This is, luckily I'm not a mint in box or mint on card collector. How is it you can have this much extra space and yet still bend the card? Idiots. You know, it was so that they could get this in. Luckily, I opened these. I don't care what the card's gonna look like. Man, these things are so heavy. So here is Ares. So far, it looks like the paint apps are really quite good on this, which is good. The skull and swords look pretty clean, and then Hela. Oh, that looks pretty good. Yes! This is awesome. So that means that I am 2 away from finishing the Hulk Build-A-Figure. I could not be more stoked. This may or may not become the thumbnail. So yeah, like I said, I'm going to finish this up a little bit later today with the Blade unboxing. You guys don't actually have to wait because that's going to happen in just a few moments. Boom. We're back. It's nap time at my house, so I got to be very, very quiet. Okay, so if you can see, my setup is completely different. I decided I was going to go ahead and start recording my reviews, and 5 minutes after I get all this set up, boom, mailman comes. So, as promised, let's go ahead and open this sucker up because I'm super excited. Quiet. Yes. Package is banged up a little bit, but again, I don't care. It is Marvel Knight's Blade. Yes. Or as some people like to say, Plastic Addict. I don't know. Maybe I see the resemblance. Maybe. This is super cool. So this is the first of the Marvel Knights wave that I need to get. Obviously, I need to get the rest of them. But I've spent most all of my money grabbing this guy. Hella. Oh. Ares. This is not going to work as a as a thumbnail. There's just too many of them. And Loki and Lady Thor. That has been a good week. This has been a good week. So, there you have it, folks, my unboxing. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the like button. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe. Let me know in the comments what you'd like to hear about next week in Tech Chuckers Brain Blast vlog. And until next time, I'll see you guys later.